This might be the outdoor gift of the year, and for good reason. Yeti did send this product for review, but as always, all opinions are my own. So the real question is, why did Yeti even make the 1 liter GoBox? We already have the 60 liter, we already have the 30, and we already have the 15. But what happens when you want to carry something smaller? Like your phone, your keys, your wallet, your daily essentials. That's the gap this solves. The 1 liter isn't here to replace anything in the Yeti GoBox lineup. It's here to fill a gap in the Yeti GoBox lineup. And it still has the same Yeti DNA. So let's check it out. So right off the bat, this has got a real hefty weight to it. It weighs 1.7 pounds. And it's made out of Defender 2 material, which means it's literally built like a tank. I mean, Yeti even has their own advertisement where they're throwing it off of a cliff. On the bottom side, it's got non-slip feet, which come in clutch on really slippery surfaces. Now, if you look closer, there's actually a built-in tether strap. And Yeti has really paid attention to the details here. They've made it sit in between the feet without it interfering with them. So Yeti designed the tether system to work with other existing Yeti products that have the MOLLE system and other attachment points. For example, on the front of the Crossroads bag, it has 2 attachment points, which happen to be perfect to latch on the GoBox to the front. And on the side of the bag, they have a couple bigger attachment points, which are perfect to use the tether system in a loop format and have it hang off the side. Now this is probably user error, but Yeti says the strap is compatible with all the Camino bags. Now I have the 35 here, and on the front, it has MOLLE attachment points, standard MOLLE attachment points. And for whatever reason, I just can't seem to get the strap through any of them. Now, with that being said, my favorite way to use the strap system is actually just to leave it already on the GoBox. And I just slide it through my hand. It feels so natural to me to use it this way. So the 1 liter GoBox opens a little differently than the others. It has a button and pull system, and it's very satisfying to use. But if we open it up, you'll notice that it has a 2-hinge system. Now this 2-hinge system isn't like the others. This one allows the lid to sit perfectly flush, which really separates it from the competition. Now on the lid side of things, you'll notice that it has a silicone packed attic system. And on the corners, it has individual latches that you can latch and unlatch, which adds a whole bunch more versatility. On the other side, it has a tray system. And this tray system sits perfectly flush in the lid and it doesn't move around, so you're not gonna get those weird annoying noises. Now, if you look a little closer, it's got 2 little handles on the inside which help you raise and lower it into the GoBox. So underneath the tray is an open cavity that's coated with a rubber-like material. And that helps dampen noise and it gives your gear a little bit of added protection. Now, if you look close on the front here, there is a pressure release valve. And if you combine this valve with the gasket in the lid, it makes it both dustproof and waterproof. Saying something is waterproof is only words until you test it. Well, we just so happen to have some water here. Don't want to fall in, it's cold as heck. But submerged. Moment of truth. Hopefully this thing works. I got my cell phone in here. Perfectly dry. Perfectly dry. Now, waterproof is good and all, but can this thing float? For example, if you're gonna go paddleboarding or other water sports, you're probably gonna want this thing to float. So, you can see it floats. So the question is, what can you actually carry in this thing? So in mine, I have a memory bank in the top packed attic, In the tray, I have an iPhone 14 Pro. You can see that there's enough room for a slightly bigger phone, so you could probably fit a Max in here. Underneath the tray, I have a deck of cards, my wallet, keys, and a small multi-tool. It's not about what can fit, it's about keeping the stuff you actually care about protected and in one place. So you're probably wondering, how does the Yeti stack up against the competition? I have a Pelican R40 here. Now, I will say the Pelican R40 is slightly bigger than the Yeti. It is 1.13 liters in size, whereas the Yeti is 1 liter. In terms of the actual visual design of things, the Yeti's is a more simplistic design than the Pelican. Now, if you look at the lid on the Yeti, it's got an imprint, so when you stack them, it doesn't move around. The Pelican doesn't have that, but it's still stackable. Now, on the bottom of the Yeti, you have the non-slip feet. You do have non-slip feet on the Pelican. And if you look closely, it actually wraps around to the top of the lid as well, so it has it on both sides. Now, on the Yeti, you have the built-in tether strap, whereas the Pelican, you do not have a strap. But if you look closer, it does have a location to put straps. So the latch system on the Yeti is the button and press, whereas on the Pelican, it is pull up, and it does like this up and out motion. Now, when you open it, the Yeti opens and sits flat, whereas the Pelican stops and sits upright. Now, if we look at the packed attic systems, they both are very similar. They're both silicone and they both have the latch system, very similar. Whereas there is a small difference. On the Pelican, it has long grooves that allow you to strap things in. The Yeti does not have that. And that same thing goes for the tray system. So the tray system on the Pelican has those slots as well. You can see there's actually Velcro already in it. The Yeti does not have that. Now, I'm sure you could technically put one through the handle opening up there across, just throwing it out there. Now, the Pelican also has a hole for wires. The Yeti doesn't have that. Now, if you look underneath the trays, they both have that rubberized material on the inside. The Pelican has a design that helps for extra grip, and the Yeti doesn't have that. The 1 liter GoBox isn't here to replace the existing GoBoxes, it's here to live beside it. It's about protecting the gear that you carry every day. And honestly, this might be the one that people end up using the most without even thinking about it. If you guys are trying to figure out which GoBox size is actually right for you, I got reviews on the 60, the 30, and the 15 on the channel. I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.